Welcome back to my League Review series, where I cover the Pokemon Anime League and tournament battles. Today, we'll be doing the
Namaste everyone, this is Sahrad aka the ToyGod here, taking over another channel.
Wait, who are you and how did you get here?
I just said my name, and I also watched your last league review, and I'm here just to to help you grow your channel and subscribers as well.
Oh, well then, welcome? Do you want to help me out with the, league?
Oh, sure, it will be my pleasure.
Alright, bet, cool, back to the main part. Today, we'll be reviewing the Johto League, aka the Mount Silver Conference. As always, we will rank each episode from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. As always, this isn't our opinions, so if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and again, my name is Zach the Pokemaster, and without wasting any more of your time, let's begin the video. Episode 1, Sneezel and the Sacred Flame. The introduction of the episode, it's not a rival, but a sneaky Sneasel. Well, also a rival as well, but more Harrison to demonstrate his skills as a trainer. He even owns a Blaziken. No one until then knew about the existence, so it was a shocker. This was a great setup for the league. Now, of course, Team Rocket was in this episode, which, after looking back on it, they really didn't do much. Trying to betray Meowth to get rid of him, what kind of plot point was that? Of course, James wasn't going along with it until he honestly did. Now, of course, this was a mixed review episode after watching it. It's also to mention that Ash's Totodile didn't do much. But you know, at least Harrison caught the Sneasel, and everyone's happy. Machop and Machop got the job, and yeah, it's a win-win for everyone. Well, besides Team Rocket. This episode's rating gets a 7 out of 10.
Episode 2, Silver League Open. Gary again? So this episode is all the basic league stuff with the not so Santa Claus Mr. Good show. This episode shows the preliminary rounds, and till this day, the episode keeps reminding me about what for its type is.
Oh, look at that furry! I figured a ground Pokemon would be stronger against an electric type.
Bruh.
We have Gary who returns but with a detox from his cockiness and more humility. Not the same Gary anymore, and a conversation with Ash surely leads to some foreshadowing for Gary's future. Team Rocket enjoys the torchbearer, and Ash yet again lights the flame. A good setup for what's to come. This episode gets a 7 out of 10.
Episode 3, League Preliminaries, Battle of Clava's Flame. This episode was mainly a love episode, which isn't really that impressive, but at least we have Clava in the episode. Kingler is called and instantly knocked out, which opened up the spot for Squirtle to return just in time. Even though Phanpy and Totodile got some limelight, Squirtle was the MVP in it. And of course, this really didn't help the fact that Pokeshipping never existed to begin with, because it was just 4 kids. Sorry guys, I'm not a Pokeshipper. But you know, this episode was great, and you know, I'll have to give it a 6 out of 10. Well, it's not great, not bad, it was just a 6, that's all.
Episode 4, Meganium vs Bulbasaur, the spirit of the grass types. This episode is a redemption for Bulbasaur to prove that evolution is not necessary. Although Pikachu and Cyndaquil get some shine in this episode, Bulbasaur was the true MVP by taking down Jackson's shiny Magneton and tying with Meganium. It was a real shocker to all of us because we obviously didn't know the outcome of the battle in the title card itself. Tie 1 on, who would have guessed that it would be a tie? But this was the final league battle for Bulbasaur before its eventual retirement. This episode is an 8 out of 10. Now, the previous episode was for Squirtle. This was for Bulbasaur. I'm beginning to sense a pattern here. Who else is left for redemption? Sword.
Episode 5, Tournament Finals, a full battle, 6 versus 6. Most of the episode was a flashback that we didn't really need, but it was essential for the tournament build-up for the battles for Ash and Gary. But it was also the next part for them because it also introduced more backstory of how they became rivals before they got their Pokemon. This is the first and only time Ash doesn't use Pikachu in a full battle. Battle starts with Tauros instantly getting knocked out by Nidoqueen, but then Heracross takes down Gary Magmar, despite being a type disadvantage. The episode ends with Gary sending out Blastoise to a series debut, which finally reveals that his starter was a Squirtle. No wonder why Ash didn't get it. But some of the other Pokemon weren't really relevant to it, as what were they supposed to do if they were going to get knocked out by Bayleaf and everyone else? But since this was an introduction to flashbacks and Blastoise, we'll let it slide. At least Team Rocket wasn't in it. So this episode's rating is a 7 out of 10.
Episode 6 Rival Confrontation Blastoise vs Charizard. This episode picks up from the previous episode, and Gary's Blastoise easily makes quick work of Heracross and Bayleaf, while Muck, was Muck. After a small break, Gary sends out his Arcanine while our boy sends the infamous Snorlax. Snorlax gets enough shine by taking out Arcanine and Nidoqueen before taking the L from Scizor. Scizor also defeats Muck, talk about immunities. This leaves Ash with one and only one Pokemon left, and we all know who it is, the good old Zard. Charizard defeats Scizor and Golem, and it all boils down to the ultimate battle. Charizard vs Blastoise, Red vs Blue, Ash vs Gary. And needless to say, we all know what happens. This episode was not only an end to a perfect rivalry, but also the beginning of a friendly bond that has remained even until Journeys. We all remember this episode when we were young, so it would be a crime if this episode rating was below 10. Hence, this episode gets a perfect 10 out of 10.
Episode 7 Blaziken returns. Battle against Harrison. Surprise Pokemon Kelkleon from the Hoenn region. And just like every week, Ash always messes up and is close in the final battle, by choosing his weakest team. No impetus for other reviewers, this is not review, except for Alolan calls. But when it mostly comes to his best team, example for Paul, Gary, Stefan, Morrison, and Cameron, Call comes down to where he uses his best battles and everything, which introduces Harrison, Tobias, and Alon. But despite all that, this was a great battle and showing off some of the brand new Hoenn Pokemon that we never seen before, what Hoenn truly has to offer, knowing that Hoenn trainers are no joke. This also is the first time that Ash has finally made it through anything past the top 16, and anything that we don't count as the Orange League. He honestly tries in this one, which I can understand why the writers wouldn't go all out. This was a great battle. This was a great way to set up how Ash's final match should go down. This episode's rating is a 9 out of 10.
Episode 8 To end the full battle each one's way. It is all down to a one-on-one battle of the fire types. The OG Kanto starter versus the unknown Gen 3's KFC finger licking good starter. It was some serious action oriented episode. And although I was mad at Ash for losing this battle, this showed how much Ash needed to learn and put him on a path to explore a new region. Sure, Harrison won against Ash, but still loses the conference and a random nobody wins. Guess KFC Blaziken is not so great after all. Oh, and the whole mischievous thing was just a filler that was there to cover runtime and give Gary some inflection and decide on his goal, which is research. The league ends with Squirtle returning to its squad, Charizard to its valley, and our gang on their way back to Kanto. This episode's rating is a 7 out of 10.
Well, now that we gave our thoughts and our ratings, what's the overall rating for this league? After giving it some thought, this league's rating is an 8 out of 10.
Now, of course, this is how we saw the league in our eyes, and it was an awesome league. And thanks Zach for letting me join in today's video, and make sure to check out my channel in the description below.
No problem. And with that, we're done with the original series. Next up is the Advanced Generation series with the Hoenn League. I wonder how it would turn out. And thanks for watching, guys. Hit the subscribe button and make sure to check out ToyGod's channel as he makes awesome Pokemon content on his channel. Again, my name is Zach the Pokemaster, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have an awesome day.
Psst, is Zach out? I think it is time to take over his channel. How do I do it though?